You wake up one day, and the body you have known for decades feels like a stranger. It is a subtle shift at first. The jeans that fit perfectly last month suddenly feel tight around the waist. The energy you used to have in the afternoons is replaced by a heavy fog. You look in the mirror and notice that despite eating the same salads, doing the same walks, and cutting the same calories, the scale refuses to budge. For millions of women over the age of 40, this is not just a bad week. It is a new, frustrating reality. You're told it is just part of aging. You're told to accept it. But what if I told you that your body hasn't broken, but rather it has entered a state of preservation? It is not that you are eating too much. It is that after 40, a phenomenon called thermogenic resistance turns off your body's natural ability to use fat for fuel. Welcome, I am Dr. Michael Sterling. Today we are going to navigate through the noise of the diet industry and focus on biology. We are going to walk through the top 15 foods that are essential for any woman navigating this hormonal shift. We will start with the foundational nutrients you need to support your cells, but we are building towards something specific. Most people focus on the wrong foods. They focus on restriction. We are going to focus on activation. While the first 14 foods on this list are powerful allies in keeping you healthy, food number 1 is in a category of its own. It is the only one capable of flipping the switch back on, yet almost nobody talks about it. Let us begin by understanding the landscape. When a woman crosses the threshold of 40, hormonal fluctuations, specifically the decline in estrogen, signal the metabolism to slow down. The body perceives this transition as a stressor, and in response, it enters what we call metabolic hibernation. In this state, your body holds onto fat stores, specifically around the midsection, as a protective mechanism. It is trying to keep you safe, but in the modern world, it is just keeping you frustrated. The foods we are discussing today are designed to gently coax the body out of this hibernation. We begin our countdown at number 15 with dark leafy greens. Spinach, kale, and Swiss chard are not just filler for your plate. They are the primary source of magnesium for most people. Magnesium is crucial because it helps manage cortisol, the stress hormone that tells your body to store belly fat. When your cortisol is high, your metabolism halts. By integrating huge volumes of leafy greens, you are essentially dampening the stress signal, telling your body it is safe to burn energy. Moving to number 14, we have wild-caught salmon. You have heard about omega-3 fatty acids, but here is why they matter right now. Your cells have a lipid membrane, a shell. As we age, that shell can become stiff, making it hard for insulin to get nutrients in and for toxins to get out. The healthy fats in salmon keep that cell membrane fluid and responsive. This fights insulin resistance, which is often the precursor to stubborn weight gain in the 40s and 50s. Number 13 is the avocado. For years, women were told to avoid fat to lose fat. That was a mistake. Avocados provide monounsaturated fats that are essential for hormone production. Remember, your hormones are made of fat. If you starve your body of healthy lipids, your hormonal production lines grind to a halt, worsening the symptoms of menopause and perimenopause. Plus, the high fiber content in avocados keeps you satiated, preventing the sugar spikes that trigger fat storage. At number 12, we have berries, specifically blueberries and raspberries. These are your warriors against oxidative stress. Metabolic hibernation is often worsened by inflammation. When your body is inflamed, it refuses to lose weight. The anthocyanins in berries calm this inflammation down. Think of them as cooling the fire so your metabolic machinery can run smoothly without overheating. Number 11 brings us to eggs, specifically the yolk. The yolk contains choline, a nutrient that supports liver function. Your liver is your body's primary fat-burning organ. If your liver is sluggish or fatty, weight loss is chemically impossible. Eating whole eggs supports the liver's ability to process and eliminate fat. Number 10, Cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower. These contain a compound called DM, which helps the body process excess estrogen. In your 40s, even as estrogen drops, you can experience estrogen dominance relative to progesterone, leading to weight retention. These vegetables help balance that ratio, clearing the path for a healthier metabolism. Number 9 is Greek yogurt. Gut health is metabolic health. As we age, our gut diversity decreases. Fermented foods like Greek yogurt introduce beneficial bacteria that help extract nutrients from your food and regulate your blood sugar. A healthy microbiome signals to the brain that you are well fed, reducing the urge to overeat. Number 8, nuts and seeds, particularly walnuts and flax seeds. These are small but mighty. They provide a specific type of fiber that binds to toxins in the digestive tract and helps eliminate them. They also stabilize blood sugar, preventing the mid-afternoon crash that leads to sugar cravings. Number 7, bone broth. This is rich in collagen and amino acids like glycine. Glycine helps improve sleep quality. Why does this matter for weight loss? Because poor sleep is one of the biggest drivers of thermogenic resistance. If you are not sleeping, you are not burning fat. Bone broth soothes the system and prepares the body for deep, restorative rest. Number 6 is extra virgin olive oil. This is the cornerstone of the Mediterranean diet for a reason. It activates satiety hormones. A drizzle of high-quality olive oil on your vegetables helps you absorb the fat-soluble vitamins, A, D, E, and K. Without fat, those healthy greens we talked about earlier are just passing through you. You see, the real challenge is expecting your body to function at 50 the exact same way it did at 20. Naturally, that feels impossible. But it was discovered that after 40, the metabolism slows down, mainly due to something called thermogenic resistance. There is an incredible recent study that is allowing many women to finally reverse this, reigniting their metabolism to turn stubborn fat into energy again. I've left a link in the description that explains this discovery in detail. But for now, looking at what we can add to our plate, this brings us to food number 5. This is where we shift gears. The previous foods were about maintenance and health. The next group is about heat. We are entering the thermogenic category. Number 5 is apple cider vinegar. This is not just a trend. The acetic acid in vinegar has a powerful effect on insulin sensitivity. Taking a tablespoon diluted in water before a meal can significantly reduce the blood sugar spike that follows. Less sugar in the blood means less insulin, and less insulin means your body is allowed to access its fat stores for energy. It acts as a gatekeeper, ensuring that the food you eat is used for fuel, not stored as adipose tissue. Number 4 is ginger. Ginger is what we call a circulatory stimulant. Have you ever noticed that as you get older, your hands and feet tend to be colder? That is a sign of a slowing metabolic rate. Ginger helps dilate blood vessels and improve circulation. By increasing blood flow, you are delivering more oxygen to your cells, and oxygen is the fuel for the fire of metabolism. It also aids digestion, ensuring that you're not dealing with bloating and lethargy. Number 3 is green tea. We have all heard about green tea, but specifically, we are looking at the compound EGCG. This antioxidant has been shown to gently nudge the metabolism awake. It promotes the oxidation of fat. However, and this is the catch, you would need to drink liters of it every single day to see a profound clinical effect on a metabolism that is already in hibernation. It is a helper, absolutely, but perhaps not the hero on its own. Number 2 is turmeric. The active compound curcumin is one of the most potent anti-inflammatories in the natural world. But it does something else. It helps convert white fat, which is the storage fat, into beige fat, which is metabolically active. It helps your body learn to burn heat again. However, like green tea, the absorption is tricky. You need to consume it with black pepper and fat to get the benefits, And even then, it is fighting an uphill battle against thermogenic resistance. And now, we arrive at the most critical moment. We have discussed 14 incredible foods. They nourish, they heal, and they support. But if your internal thermostat, your thermogenic switch, is broken, even the healthiest diet can fail to produce weight loss results. This brings us to food number 1. It is not just a food, it is a catalyst. Number 1 is the Seville orange. Please understand, this is not the sweet orange you buy at the supermarket for a snack. The Seville orange, scientifically known as Citrus aurantium, is a bitter, rugged fruit native to Southeast Asia, but famous for its history in the Mediterranean. For centuries, it was used not for its taste. It is far too sour and bitter for most palates, but for its medicinal properties. What makes the Seville orange the elo perdido, the missing link in weight loss for women over 40? It comes down to a specific compound found in high concentrations within its thick, bumpy peel, P-Synephrine. Here is the science. When you have thermogenic resistance, your fat cells are essentially locked. Receptors on the surface of the cell stop responding to the signals to release fat. P-Synephrine has a unique molecular structure that allows it to bypass this resistance. It binds to specific beta-3 adrenergic receptors. Think of these as the emergency exit doors on your fat cells. When P-Synephrine hits these receptors, it forces the doors open. It triggers lipolysis, the breakdown of fat, even while you're at rest. This process forces the body to produce heat. It wakes up the metabolism from its hibernation. It is what we call the orange peel trick. It doesn't jitter you like caffeine. It simply restores the metabolic baseline you had in your younger years. It tells the body, it is safe to burn this energy now. However, there is a significant problem, a practical obstacle that has kept this secret from the mainstream for so long. The Seville orange is seasonal, hard to find fresh outside of specific regions in Spain or Asia, and frankly, it is unpalatable. To get the clinical dosage of P-Synephrine required to overturn thermogenic resistance, you would need to eat the raw, bitter white pith and peel of several Seville oranges every single day. The acidity alone would destroy your tooth enamel and likely upset your stomach before you saw the metabolic benefits. It is the perfect solution wrapped in an impossible package. But biology is improved by technology. Fortunately, researchers found a way to extract and stabilize this active compound, combining it with the other enhancers we saw today, like the bioavailability of ginger and the soothing properties of green tea, creating a simple 10-second morning ritual. They realized that if you isolate the P-Synephrine and combine it with supporting nutrients, you can deliver that wake-up call to your metabolism without the bitterness, without the acid, and without the impossible grocery search. This concentrated approach allows women to finally leverage the power of the Seville orange. It turns the body from a storage unit back into a burning machine. It is not magic. It is simply giving your body the specific molecule it has been missing to overcome the resistance of age. If you want to know exactly how this concentrated Seville orange ritual works and see the evidence of how it reactivates passive fat burning, I've put together a short video that explains the science in detail. Tap the first link in the description right now to watch the full explanation before it gets taken down. I'll see you there.